The email marketing strategy I'm about to share with you today heavily contributed to multiple six figures in sales for my e-commerce clients. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what to make the emails about, how I write the copy to increase conversions, my design process to get your list to trust you, and how I implement everything inside of Klaviyo so you can replicate these same results for your brand. Okay, so the strategy I'm about to share with you today is how to make an email launch successful. So this works for you dropping a new product on your store, making a one-time sale, so you giving a discount to people, and then it also works for events that you're throwing for your brand. So it can be an anniversary, for example. You don't necessarily want to give a discount to people, but still want to increase sales. Then you can use that same framework to make the launch successful. So we already talked about the framework for the campaign side in the video I'm going to link on the screen right now. And this is virtually a summary of the video. You can screenshot it because I'm not going to go over it again. This is campaigns that you need to send to promote the event to your list. So 1, 2, you got 2 seconds, and yeah, you should screenshot that 100%. Now let's talk about what you can layer on top of that to make way more revenue. So this is a strategy I'm using all the time now because it works so well. So the way it goes is with that framework, you're going to create a lot of demand. People are going to go to your store, trigger a bunch of events. They're going to want to buy whatever you're selling on your store. So because it's new, because it's scarce or whatever. And some people are going to convert 100%. This framework works. But what you're going to find is that a lot of people are going to be really close to that finish line and they're going to need one extra push to convert. And with what I'm going to share with you today, you're going to get these people that are really close to the finish line and push them toward a purchase. So a bit of a more advanced strategy, but definitely do use it if you're a bigger brand. Okay, so let's go over an example right here because I think it's going to help you understand the point better. So for example, you got the brand Dr. Squatch right here, and originally they sold bar soap for a bit of context. So they added a new product to their stores and everything. And I'm going to show you exactly how to select people on your email list that are super interested in the product that you just dropped, retarget them and push them over the finish line. So we're going to go over what you should make the emails about, how I write the copy, design, and then how I implement everything into Klaviyo. So let's pick the example of their cologne right here, and let's write an email retargeting for that cologne at the time of launch, right? So I'm gonna go to the file right here and create 2 separate emails to retarget people that are super interested in their cologne. So one that I'm gonna add here, and then another one that I'm gonna write below. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is figure out who these 2 emails are going to be sent to. So right now I'm thinking about sending these 2 emails to people who click these campaigns at least 3 times. And why do I pick clicks and not opens or any different way of targeting them? Is because these campaigns are already going to go to people who open your emails. Now, obviously, it's up to you to decide if you want to add campaigns to that framework right here, because if your list responds well, obviously you can increase volume. But as soon as people click or engage, like I would say 3 times is what I would typically go for. If they engage more than 3 times in the form of clicks, so they click on this emails, for example, and then they click on this one, and then they pick another one, they click on this one too, then they open the door for you to just double down on your message because you have intent at this point. I can assure you, nobody clicks on multiple emails in a matter of like a week or so if they're not interested. So this email one is going to go to people who click at least 3 times. So click at least 3 times. And same thing for this other one. So the way I'm going to think about writing this email is making it super short because people already read your campaigns right here. They already know the main value proposition of your drop. At this point, you just need to get them back to your store with some kind of like scarcity, urgency, why they should buy now type of thing. So really, this email is not where you do the convincing. At this point, you've already done the heavy lifting. So this is just going to be scarcity. And I'm thinking about writing it like a push notification. So you really want people to consume that whole email in like 10, 15 seconds, click on the thing, go back to your site and place an order. So this is going to be the idea of the first one, optimize for consumption. Because you've done the heavy lifting, as I said. And then here, if they still didn't convert, I'm gonna send this one straight after, so maybe like a day or two, depending on the duration of your promotion right here. You already know what they're interested in because they already clicked on 3 of your previous email campaign. Now you just need to emphasize the value proposition that you've already made here, and just basically give them quick access. For example, for this brand, they have multiple colognes, so just give them a quick access to each one of the 3 they have right here, and basically make it easy for people to choose whatever they're the most interested in. So it's just going to be quick access plus quick value proposition. So restate value proposition, value prop, and then also quick access. Okay, so this is the 2 ideas that we're going with. Now we've got the 2 ideas. I'm probably just gonna fast forward this because I don't wanna make this boring and make you sit through me writing some copy. So let's just fast forward this, and I'm getting back to you when I got some copy. Okay, so one bit of advice I can give you for the copy is really, this is the ad library for Dr. Squash, but really you can scroll down and you are going to find that a lot of their ads target the fact that, like, one of their angle is that essentially women really like the scent of whatever cologne and everything they're selling, right? So one thing that's working really well for them is selling the transformation. So yeah, let's just create something we know people are already interested in. We don't need to reinvent the wheel here. We got the 2 email copies right here. And as I said, the first one's super short because you've done the heavy lifting right here. You just want to get them back to your store while they already have high interest, get them toward the purchase, and then you're done. And then this email right here is basically telling a mix of a story with, like, you can read the text, but essentially 1 month ago we released the first bottle of Fireside Bourbon. This is the name of the cologne right here. 2 or VIPs only, and this is a good strategy overall. If you don't run VIP launch first, then you're missing out. But yeah, just do that because it's extra benefit for the VIPs. They'll love you for it. They become brand advocate and then extend lifetime value. You can do that. That's beside the point. 80% of the sales came from men, but it was women who left the most stellar reviews. So this is emphasizing on the fact that women really like the product, and ultimately that's what men shopping the product wants. So yeah, all of this section right here is emphasizing that they are in fact going to get precisely what they come to the store for. So now let's move on to part 2, where we will design these 2 email copies. Let's go. So let's start with 2 frames. So the first one right here, I'm gonna make it 1200 pixel wide, stretch it a little bit, and then duplicate it to make the second email. This is gonna be email 1. The other one is gonna be email 2. Here we go. Then I'm just gonna pull all of their assets. So I'm gonna grab their logo. Let me go to my second screen right here. Just gonna download it right now from their website. So just gonna make a copy, drag it here. So you can see logo right here. And then I'm just gonna download a couple of other assets. So maybe colors. Actually, let me do it here because that way you're gonna see it. But yeah, I'm just gonna drop rectangles right here and then just take color codes. And then just go to their website and just pick colors that are relevant to the email that we're gonna build. So maybe this color is gonna help. Just gonna pick it here. Just go to the file, drop it here. And just I'm gonna do the same process with a bunch of other colors from their website. So again, I'm probably gonna fast forward this. Okay, so these were just a few colors that I grabbed from their website. If I need to add more, I'll add more, but yeah, let's just start with the design right now. So I'm just gonna center that piece. And this part right here, I'm probably gonna delete it. So let me select this more in detail, click on delete. And I don't really want to make this email background white. I think it's just green would be better, especially because, like, let me copy actually a few images right here. So Let's see how it renders. Yeah, I think it just looks a bit flat. So let's go with another color as the background color. And I'm just gonna grab more cologne images. Okay, so let's try green as the background color of the email. I think it looks decent. We're just gonna have to adjust the background even more when we're gonna have like some more things to play around with, like as far as copy and stuff like that. So let's check out their font. I think I have one that looks similar already, so I'm not gonna bother downloading the exact same one, but it definitely should. So text, and where's my headline again? So now I'm gonna start with designing this email. Our 3 newest scent almost entirely gone. Okay, paste the headline, scale it a bit. Center that. Now I'm just gonna find the font that I think matches their website. Just give me a second. Yeah, let me pull it up. I think I have another document with the font. Let's just see. Yeah, I think it's the same. North Dakota. Let's try this one. North. Yeah, it looks really similar. Okay. So now let's just design something really flashy on top. Maybe make it a GIF, I don't know yet, but with the scarcity. So 117 bottle left. Let's just design something that showcases that. So just for extra scarcity, not with this font. I want to make it like the typical one, enter. Left. And then I'm just gonna make it bold. Okay, 0.6. Maybe slightly larger. And then I'm probably gonna make it yellow on the background, just so we can see it just better, right? Not the text itself, the fill. Okay, gonna do it like that. And then the text now, I'm just gonna make that green. Maybe darker, like that. This is decent. Definitely trying to make that better though. So right now I think it looks really good. I'm just gonna duplicate it 2 times. Increase the gap between these elements. And then maybe add something like a circle like that to the thing. So maybe make it larger, 1.5, even larger, 1.5, and then make it also green like that. Okay, so when we get that, I'm just going to duplicate it a few times, like that. And then just play around with the size until it looks the way you want. Now that yellow is a bit aggressive. I'm just gonna make it a bit less flashy. And then the background is a bit flat. So I'm just gonna add an image. So let me find something. And splash. And their whole branding relies on the fact that their products are natural and stuff like that. So we're just gonna look for a forest. I don't know if, yeah, this one looks great. Yeah, let's just go with that picture. So let's input it into our email, background 03. You don't want it to be too present in your background. You just want it to be there so the design is not like completely flat. So I'm just gonna make the email shorter because it's not gonna be that long. Just make that stick. Okay. Select the email, make that shorter. Okay. So now that we got the first section, let's actually put some product imagery. So what should we put? Maybe this one. I don't know if we're gonna go with the pack, or yeah, let's just go with the, because we mentioned the 3 newest scent right here, so let's just put all of them. I'm just gonna paste it here, make that larger. And then this email is actually almost done, so shop now with the font from their website. Take my tool to find the font. Let me Google their website on my other screen. Won't be able to see it, unfortunately. So yeah, the font is called Adriana. I think I got it too. So just gonna add a text field, shop now, and make the color on the background. So like first I'll pick the font Adriana, and then bold 1.3 to scale that just a bit, and then add a rectangle just behind it, you know. And then the color is just going to be that from their website again. Just going to lock that layer. But yeah, center that within the block. Make the button larger. So I'm going to push that up and then add some design elements. So what did I have in the copy again? Okay, I didn't even add the copy. So let's just add the copy. Same font that they have on their website. I think it's Adriana again. Let's just drag this. Add the copy. Make this smaller. This looks really good already. And then last bit of copy. Right below the call to action, long-lasting scent, 0 chemicals. Quick reminder of their value proposition. Okay, so let's move to the other email, because now this one's good. So email number 2, what are we gonna do? So we're not gonna use the same section here on this email, but let's use the same branding. So like same color. And let's make the email green again, because that was great. Okay, so now women's new favorite cologne. Let's duplicate headline here. I'm just gonna scale that. Women's new favorite cologne, and then again grab the copy. And then I'm gonna use the same color as here. Let's just move that up. And then again, let's make this white. Adriana font, and let's make this smaller. Yeah, this is good. Maybe a bit too small, but we're gonna resize everything later. Pick the star thing, and this is how we're gonna highlight this, right? This collection's bestseller. Maybe put a star sign like this. And make this smaller, maybe 80%. Center everything. Okay, so now we got the headline, the title, whatever you want to call that. I'm just gonna group everything, center it, and then we're gonna bring one cologne. So let's say this one, their bestseller, right? I want to pick the Fireside Bourbon because I think that's what I wrote the email for already. So just gonna pick cologne, Fireside Bourbon, and then copy the image. Just gonna drop that in the email. And then I want to highlight it. So we're going to create, you're gonna see it's a really cool effect. It's gonna be like a flashlight illuminating that product. Let's go ahead and build that. So a triangle right here, polygon. And then just let's do that. All right, so now we have a triangle, and I want to fuse that with a circle. So trust the process if you don't know how it's going to look, but yeah, just give me a second. I'm going to build that really quickly, ideally. just gonna drag it outside of the frame for now. But yeah, this can be like that. Okay, this should do, I think. Yeah. FF. I want to make this yellowish, so kind of like that color. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this here. Now I'm just not gonna make it. I think you can see where this is going now, but yeah, we're gonna highlight that product right here. Now we're gonna send that to the background and make this blurry. So layer blur. I just think it's too yellow right here, so let me fix that. Let me play around with the setting until it looks good. Okay, so I think I made it look decent now. I'm just looking at this email and I think the background was a really good idea, like adding that picture right here. I think we should do the same for this other email. So I'm just gonna go to their website. They have like that wood kind of like background. I'm just gonna go ahead, find the same and implement it inside of our email. Okay, so I found one. That's good. I'm just gonna download it. And then right here, I'm gonna add it to the email. So let me drag the file. Okay, I'm just gonna paste it here. So again, I'm just gonna make it a background. So for this one, I'm just gonna have to add it here like that. Maybe center it, boom. And just make that bigger. Send it to the background, reduce how much we see it. And then to transition into the rest of the email, I might just do this, you know, just create a section, like a triangle or something. Increase the fill. Maybe pick a color that's from their website or whatever. And then the colors, I'm just gonna arbitrarily pick anything that looks good at this point. So I don't know if there's one that's interesting right here. Maybe here. I'm just gonna play around with something. Here, that looks good. And then I'm just gonna copy that to the other side and make it just a bit clearer. So that way we have a gradient, it's not completely flat. We're just gonna drag a rectangle below, center it, and boom, this is just gonna be the complement of this. And then here, the rectangle, obviously you gotta make the color match. So right here, that's what you do. Boom. You gotta make this more precise, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna pick the two colors right here. That's it. Now I'm just gonna group the two together, and then that way I can drag them right below that ball. I'm just gonna drag that ball to the front. This is nice, I like it. So now let's go ahead with the copy. Fireside Bourbon Cologne. I'm just gonna restate that here. Or actually, let me extend that so it doesn't bother us in the future. So I'm just gonna lock it. Just move my head here. But yeah, this is what we do. Now it's just a matter of like basically adding the copy to the document. And if you want to add a minimum of $30,000 per month from email marketing to your brand, highly recommend you go to retainerwithemails.com. We'll guarantee you that, and we will write, design, and launch your emails completely done for you. And then I'm just gonna add a verified sign that I can color. So for example, this one's not gonna be editable if I add it to a text piece right here. I'm just gonna pull it from my files. So give me a second. Verified sign. Just gonna pull it here. Scale it down. Edit the color. And then here, I'm just gonna make it, what was the copy again? Comes with free shipping. Okay. So now you just need to group the two together. Group them, center it right below the button. Looks good. I might make that smaller. Okay, it looks good. So now I'm just gonna fix the spacing after, but we got the main elements, you know? So spacing, yeah, we got the main things. Then obviously the main copy, just copy that, add it to the document. Now maybe for this color, we're just gonna pick a different one. We're just gonna pick the green from here. And here you go. Okay, last adjustments. Okay, here we go. We have like the copy. Now check our 3 newest scents. So let's drag this down. Okay. Paste it here. Also, if you want more videos just like this one where I write, design, and launch the copy right in front of you and I explain you exactly how I do it, then you can click the link below to join my email list, and this is where I release all the exclusive trainings just like this one. Okay, so now let's add blocks, like product blocks. Okay, where were they again? Okay, I think I have them in the doc, so let's just go here. Product block, just make it smaller. And then here is just going to be like a typical product block, so just no need to overcomplicate it. And if you want me to include that kind of things in the final video, just let me know in the comments. I just cut it because it was kind of long. It's just me adding titles, icons now, so I can add product descriptions right next to it, and then buttons, and then just making it look nice. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so I've done 3 product blocks right here. Just super simple product blocks, no need to elaborate further. But I've added this right here on the background, like the shadow thing, and I think it looks really good. So I'm gonna add it all throughout the emails, like here. I think it'd be a good addition, and then do the last finishing touch of the design, and then we're going to import everything into Klaviyo. So let me drag this shadowy effect right here. So I'm just gonna make it bigger, yellow to contrast with the background that we already have. So right like that should do. Drag that in front, and then now I'm realizing, okay, this is too bright. Let's just make it like that maybe. Okay, this is too much. This is good. I like that. So now let's add some more stuff. So maybe a line right here. So I like the effect generally. So on both sides. And then like that. Looks really good. Maybe with this. Okay, now let's just stick to white. Okay, I like that. And then the last few edits of this one, I'm just gonna make it a circle like that to emphasize the product again, because this is the most important aspect of this email. I'm just gonna move everything back, like the circle back, up until it shows like that. So like that, I think it looks great. I'm just gonna change the color so it melts a little more with the background. Right here, I think it's good. Okay, and now I'm just gonna change this color right here. So this green, I actually want it kind of like that. And then this light, maybe a bit closer to that. Just changing around the color until it looks like decent. Okay, I like that. Now I'm just gonna drag everything closer to the top, because from a conversion rate optimization perspective, like this is wasted space right here. So yeah, just gonna drag everything right here. Okay, so I think we're good. And now I'm just gonna import everything inside of Klaviyo. I'm just gonna configure everything so you can do the same with your brand. Let's get into it. Okay, so now we're in Klaviyo. I'm gonna show you how to coordinate everything when you launch the drop. So you're going to start with creating a segment, and you're going to call it high intent retargeting. So high intent, or like any name that you can recognize really, high intent retargeting for drop XYZ, the name of your drop. And then the condition is going to be every time people click or engage with your emails during the time span of your drop, then you're going to add them to that segment. So when people click email is at least 3 times. This is generally the thing I'm going for. In the last 2 weeks. So let's say your drop lasts 2 weeks, then you want to make this 2 weeks. So essentially every time that people are going to click on your email more than 3 times in 2 weeks, then they're going to be added to that segment. And this is going to be the trigger to start sending the email that we just built. So I'm going to create the segment, and then I'm going to go to flow and then create a flow, and I'm going to create it from scratch. So high intent retargeting, drop XYZ, call it however you want really. Nobody cares about the name of your flow as long as you can recognize whatever you built. So when someone is going to be added to the segment that we just created, high intent retargeting for drop XYZ, then we're going to start sending the email. Now obviously when people are going to click on your emails, then obviously they're going to be on your site, so you want to add a condition. You don't want to send them an email straight away. You want to wait and see if they place an order on their own. So what someone has done, placed an order 0 time since starting the flow, and then you want to wait a certain amount of time. So I'm just going to click on save, and then I'm going to add a time delay, and hopefully they complete their order in like I'm going to give them 40 minutes. Then obviously split test that. You don't need to go with 40 minutes, just test whatever works for your brand. It depends. And then I'm going to send the first email that we built. So as soon as we know for a fact that they didn't complete their order, then this email is going to fire right here, this one. And I'm just going to import it right now. So for example, let's just go to Klaviyo and start setting everything up. So or 3 new cents. We can even copy this line right here. Only 117 balls left, or 3 new cents. And here I get a ton of questions about that. You do not want to have that on, so just put that off. What it's going to do is select it like that. People who click on your email are still going to be contacted. But if you press that here, then Klaviyo is going to look at whether or not they got contacted in the last 16 hours. Chances are they have been. And if they have been, then the email is not going to fire. And obviously you don't want that. So just don't select that. And then enable UTM tracking, because that's going to provide you with a lot of context when you look at Google Analytics 4 and stuff like that. So you want to have that on. And then select the template, create blank email, and then we're going to import the email that we just created. Okay, and now we're going to go to compressor.io. just to reduce the image file sizes, because we're going to import like an image-based email. So we really don't want the image, one, to load slowly, and two, to make us land in spam. So this is why we're using compressor.io. And I'm just going to do this roughly because I don't want to make this video boring, right? But you should take the time and adjust the slices properly. So just do that. You can make as many as you want. So just gonna export it in 2 times. Just gonna select all of them, pick all of them, export 2 times. Then I'm gonna go to compressor.io, pick this file right here, open it, pick the 4 image slices that I've just built, and download every single one of them. So now let's just go back to Klaviyo or blank template, select all 3 or all 4 slices, and drop all of them. So it just messed up the order, but like, let's reorganize everything. Just delete the content that we don't need, and then here for the color, you just go back to Figma. What's the color at the bottom? That's the color right here. So for the text block, I'm just gonna make my head small, but you go down, background color, boom. Okay, it did not copy the color that I wanted, but yeah, Control C, go down. Okay, here you go. And then this, the unsubscribed text, you want people to see it, and here you go. So this is the email, how it's gonna look in Klaviyo. Now you need to add all of the links. So here, I want to add the logo here. I want it to redirect to the Cologne section. So I'm just gonna copy this here. A link address, I'm just gonna put this here. This is gonna depend on deliverability. So for example, if you have low deliverability, like your open rate is not that high, you wanna go with 600 to 800. But if your deliverability is really high, you can even go for 1200, works really well. And then for the alt text right here, you want to describe whatever's on the image, because like Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, they can't really read images, like they're robots and they're trying to figure out the email content. And if they don't know what's in the email, you're gonna increase the likelihood that you go to spam. Obviously you don't want that, so just add alt text. So right here, I'm just gonna make a Dr. Squatch logo. And then you can name every single one of these sections. So here, I'm just gonna redirect it to the same link. This as well. This 1200. This 1200. And then the alt text here, I'm just gonna grab some copy from the image and just paste it here. Again, boom. And then here, shop now. And here you can split test it, but I would go for the 3-pack straight away. So either 3-pack or collection page. You can split test both, and then throughout your job, so let's say it lasts 2 weeks, if you're able to get data like really fast and complete that test within a matter of like 2, 3, 4 days, then you just keep the winner and just scale that, you know. So 1200, and now we're good. So yes, now we're going to test the email. I'm just gonna send it to my phone and see how it looks. And if it looks good, we're just gonna click on save, import the other one, and then turn on that flow. And I mean, I checked it out on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. It looks great, and I'm happy. So I'm just gonna click on the link to verify that it goes to the right pages. So give me a second, just clicking on everything. Takes a bit of time, but yeah, everything works. So now I'm just gonna set the email live. So click on exit. Just rewrite the subject line because I didn't write it for some reason. Only 117 bottles left. Or 3 cents. Okay, so now we're good. Click on done and set the email to live. Now you can wait another day, so clone that. Okay, now we're good. So set that email to live, and then as far as the other email, you can wait another day, so maybe 1 day. Again, split test that is just going to depend for every brand. But yeah, now duplicate that email. It's gonna take some time, and just import the other one that we created, just like the first one. So with image slices, now for this, you can make it classic text to improve your deliverability. But if your brand, again, has good open rate, there's no need to, and you can stick with the design. So yeah, that's really it as far as how to implement emails inside of your account. You can repeat the same process for your brand. Okay, so now you should know exactly how to come up with email ideas, how to write them, how to design them, and how to implement them inside of your Klaviyo account. But if you want my help to do that, I will do that completely done for you, and I will guarantee that you add between $30,000 and $100,000 in monthly revenue to your brand. You can go to returnwithemails.com, first link in the description to learn more about that. And yeah, just book a call here. You'll talk to me and I'll see how we can implement that for your store. As you can see, like millions of dollars for a client. You can check out some case studies right here. So yeah, book a call and I'll talk to you soon.